back to that 400.
Right off expiration. Right during expiration.
No. He finally trade that 90?
The VIX went down 17.5. I haven't taken the trade yet. But I am very enticed too because I think we did that. ES did the higher high. And NQ actually made a lower high from yesterday's high.
Oh, shit. Like diversion, huh?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Embrace the unknown.
I was waiting for a little pop up, probably there.
Yep. Be careful, there's some news at 7 o'clock. I don't know if it's impactful, but just for the account.
What is it? What is it?
It's I'm putting it up right now. The news is prelim consumer sentiment and prelim inflation expectation. Yeah. It's not really nothing major, but it could move something.
Order filled.
We took out London's
Order
high,
filled.
and I'm looking. I don't know. I'm looking to kind of fade this move up.
Order filled.
I'm looking to fade it up if price pull back to if price pull back and hold 420, like around that area. So I'm looking for it to push up and then come drop back down.
I shorted at the 431s. Just trailing it very tightly.
Okay.
I think we break that 2-minute low that we just made, we'll probably continue to fall here.
Yeah. For real.
There we go, we're breaking those lows. My stops are a little bit tight now. Just a little bit. We'll leave it some leeway to run if it wants to run. We just hit the gap fill on ES, so it could probably have a little temporary bounce here. Even on NQ, we're below the gap fill on NQ. I think we continue to run lower, but yeah, there is red news folder at 7, so. Let me see. Let's see, can we run this a little bit lower before that news event so I can close?
I think we're gonna room to put it down a little bit. They're kind of popping up here, probably gonna stop me out here. Right.
Stop filled.
Stopped, made 455. I'm not sure. See if I can get into the re-entry or something like that. third.
Yeah.
But I was saying SPX just gap filled.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. NQ and ES just gap filled.
Looks good.
Just be aware.
Order filled.
Consider another short. Already have stops at break even. Right, I wanted to enter at the 425s, but I got at the 422s. Stops at 420s.
Stop filled.
Holy shit.
424s.
Nigga, I accidentally traded 6 fucking contracts on ES.
Damn.
That shit said order filled. I was like, oh hell nah. I was up 75 though.
Order filled. Order filled.
Don't like how we had that pop up here.
Order filled.
It possibly could be. It depends on how. Yeah.
Order filled.
Alright, I gave some money back trying to see if I can short this before the news.
When is the news? 7?
At 7.
Order filled. Stop filled.
How much if I get 5?
Order filled. Order filled.
415.
Order filled. Stop filled.
So I need the next candle to take out this low,
Order filled.
the low of this 1 minute candle on NQ.
Stop filled. Order filled.
Oh shit, my neck. I need to go to the chiropractor, nigga. My shit's fucked up hella bad.
You got in an accident or what?
Yeah. I got in a fucking car accident when I was like 13, bro. No, like younger than that, bro. Yeah. Hella bad.
Stop filled.
I didn't even know I would have all these fucking problems. This shit barely started. I barely started feeling like pain when I was like fucking 19.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. I didn't feel shit. And the doctors literally said it too. They're like, yeah, since he's young, bro, like he's not gonna feel the pain till he's damn near fully grown.
That's what they told you.
Yeah, the doctors. I didn't believe him.
Border filled.
They were right.
Border filled.
Why you took the couple? Okay, damn it! I missed my entry, guys. It took the low out. I'll be getting in. So I'm gonna get in for a buy real quick.
Border filled. Border filled.
I'm in the trade. I'll watch it. My stop loss is below 413. Second trade today.
Border filled.
Okay. I needed to give me little bit more room so I can move it to break even.
You're in the long, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Just trying to catch a 30-point.
30-pointer.
Yeah.
I entered a short at the 444s. The stops are at 441s now. Just trying to get a little bit of a move before the news.
Yeah. Be in and out.
I'm not in shit right now. I'm sitting on my hands. Bruh, I think UNH is gonna be the next GameStop, no VAP.
You said what?
I think UNH might be the next GameStop, bruh.
Stop filled.
UNH? Oh, the healthcare company?
Yeah, bruh. Everybody's buying calls on them right now after they just fucking destroyed them with puts.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They literally look at UNH's chart right now, bro. They just destroyed these niggas. Like UNH just got destroyed. Niggas were turning $300 into 20K. That's how destroyed they
Border
were.
filled.
Really?
Yeah. You want to see? Look, I'll send you.
I saw on Twitter that there were some puts that were up like 36,000% or something like that.
Yeah.
Damn,
Look at Wall Street Bets.
36,000?
Yeah, like 36,000%. I was like, jeez.
Look at Wall Street Bets, bruh. That shit's fucking many.
Are they just holding their are they holding it or what?
Yeah, basically.
Where'd you send it at?
Hold on.
Stop filled.
Yeah.
On Discord?
I'm trying to look, but I'm gonna send it. Yep. Here it is. He said
Border
thanks to
filled.
Louis. Where the fuck is share? Okay, here it is.
Order rejected.
Okay, copy link. Where is that? No, I don't want to download it. What's up, Salem?
Stop filled.
So the news come at 7 o'clock. How long do we have to be in? Like, it's 2 minutes before the news.
2 minutes before, can't trade
Yeah.
during, and then 2 minutes after.
All right, pull up. I'm getting out. I don't want to chance this shit. I'm went to the news. Damn the news. So if it started at 7, that means 7:02.
7:02, yeah.
Order filled.
Okay, I sent it on the Discord.
Order filled. Order filled.
Salem. Here,
Damn, man.
go.
I have a feeling we gonna pump from here back to the New York high.
You think we're pumping?
Yeah.
That's what's.
Yeah, I think you could be pumping. Cause, bro, the thing is, like, what I've been seeing, I see a lot of posts. These hedge funds are getting destroyed by the retail traders. This is like one of the largest buybacks in history.
That's what I'm trying to tell you,
Obviously,
bro.
the
Only
hedge
there's
funds are,
some
you know,
hedge funds that
down.
are really good. The majority of them are not that great at all.
Yeah,
They
bro,
just got
20%,
have
bro,
they
what?
just have a lot of money on it. That's
Yeah,
it.
they just have a lot of
Hey,
money.
bro, imagine.
Stop
Imagine
filled.
we start a hedge fund, bro. We'd be up dog shit.
How do you think they how do they actually charge?
What do you mean?
They just charge a percentage.
Percentage to
They
the
charge a
customer.
fee. They charge a
Damn,
fee.
bro, I was at shorts at 444s,
Or
and I
they
think
take
we're
your
gonna.
money and they promise you a return and they'll make more than that.
It's like an investment, yeah. So what? It's a yearly thing or what? Okay,
Well,
so it took out.
like you'd invest your money with them, and they would probably buy stocks, bonds, etc.
Here we go. Here's
We
the
have
pump.
a little bit
That's-
divergence here. Look at ES is breaking those recent 5-minute highs, and NQ is kind of holding that downward trend still.
Damn,
There's your
damn,
divergence.
stupid move. I would have entered
Mhm.
right here. I would have got in after this little pullback. Candle's gonna pull back down. Stop loss at 405.
Order filled.
I'm in there. But this the freaking news.
Yeah, bro, that was a perfect bounce from that gap fill.
Order filled.
All right, we got 2 more minutes until we can actually.
So I was y'all remember Kane? Kane the trader?
Yeah, the one that broke the record first on Apex, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was watching
Order filled.
how he was breaking down the chart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Order filled.
What was he saying? Yo, you there? You're muted, V.
Oh my bad. I said his system is like complicated. But, oh, hold on, let me check this out real quick. My wife.
What's up, buddy? Come on.
Boy, this bag too. What you put in here?
Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled.
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, my bad. But he was so he was saying the way he was breaking it down. So he fades the move when it's going up or going down, you know.
Stop filled.
But he's on a higher time frame, like on a daily. He'll look for the discount and the premium, but what he'll do is that okay. So he has the power tree,
Ooh.
accumulation, distributions, and continuations, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Straight up nuke.
so for sure we're gonna go higher. So he that's what he used. As far as like as far as so he'll fake the 50% of the 50%.
Right.
Like say if the on the 1 hour, the high and the low on the 1 hour, the 50% retracement on that 1 hour or the 4 hours or the day, but he'll wait for the highs and the low to get taken, right? So it's that 50% retracing to the top and then coming down 50% of that coming of that continuations move, because he says the reason why he only takes 50% off because most of the time it'll come down, it'll bounce up or come down, but he know for sure that he's been testing that move that it works, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm still looking into. I'm like, what? Shit, the way he explained it is so complicated. You know what I mean?
Like a
Order
fake out
filled.
range high, you mean? Kind of like something similar to that?
Yeah. So on a daily, say on a high, right? On the daily time frame.
Right.
So he looked for continuations moves. He said most of the time it's gonna go and take out yesterday's high or yesterday's low, depending on the market sentiment.
Stop filled.
We're going up or down. So
Right.
once he marked that down, then he goes down to the 4 hours. He goes to the 4 hours and he looked for that manipulations around 9:30.
Order filled.
Like he said, he traded. He looked at the chart around 9:30 Eastern time.
Stop filled.
So 10 o'clock is when they do like manipulations, right? So he'll
Order filled.
So he'll go to the 4 hours.
Order
and wait
filled.
for the last 4 hour candle, the 8:30.
Order filled.
The last 4 hour candle
Order
get
filled.
taken out by the wick, right?
Right.
So once you see the wick is running through that last 4 hour candle,
Order filled.
and the 1 hour is doing the same thing, that he'll drop
Order
down to
filled.
15 minutes or the 1 minute or the 2 minutes, then he'll fade
Order
that
filled.
move down. But of course, there's confluences, so he'll wait for like market
Order
structures
filled.
to be broken going down. So he'll fade the move. He'll fade it down to the 50% of retracement, and he'll take that 50%
Order
going
filled.
up or going down after the retracement.
Is that kind of what you do with the fibs, right? A little bit, like something similar.
So what I do, I do my high and low
Stop filled.
of the 1 minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm a scalper, you know what I mean?
Right.
He looking to swing it, he looking to hold. He has the money
Order
to
filled.
to hold it, right? So what I do on
Order
the
filled.
1 minute
Order filled.
is, because I've been seeing that move
Order filled.
multiple times, right? But I have to catch. So I'll catch the bottom or the top, right?
Order
I'll
filled.
catch the bottom, and then I'll run my 50% to the bottom or to the top, give or take.
Right.
And if the play's activated, if everything is like all the confluence being checked, then I'll hop into play. If it's not, but then again, the like I see the move so much, like even though sometimes it doesn't hold a 50%, but I know that's a fake out, you know. The intuition is there, you know what I mean? I see, I was like, okay, even though it ran through 50%, but I okay, overall we're going up. Like yesterday, we came down, that was a retracement, and I know market's going. Well, I didn't know market's going to drop down, but I'm going off of what the market has been doing. You know what I'm saying? For
Right.
the last hour, it's
Right.
pulling back. So that give me, even though it went past 50%, that's why I put my stop loss at 45 because I was like, okay, most likely we're gonna drop. If it takes me out, it takes me out. But what I do, so that's the other setup that I look for. My other setup is if we're in the middle of the range for a continuation or a drop. Like yesterday was a continuation, is going down. You know what I'm saying? Say we in the middle of the range of the of discount or
Stop
premium
filled.
levels. Then I'll look to just fade it up or fade it down for sure. Like most of the time, like I'm getting at 30 points, 40 points. You know what I mean?
Right.
Man, that was a beautiful trap on on SPY.
Yeah, it's looking like it wants
We
to
can
keep
trade
running
now
up.
or what?
Yeah, you can trade now.
Yeah, we can trade now.
Alright, I'm setting my limit order
You see-
right above this 200 MA. You know what? Fuck it. We'll enter after this candle close.
So what I do, I'll put right now
Order
at the
filled.
701 candle. 1 minute, I put my fib from the bottom all the way to the top of the range, right there.
Order filled.
To where it's at right now. You see how it's lining up with the 50% went up, came down to retracement on that last 7 o'clock candle. So if it takes that, so it took out the high already. It took the highs out. It's 446. So I will wait for some type of if I was going to trade this up, if I was going to pop this back up, I will wait for it to run out a little bit and then come back to that 50%, like around
Order filled.
425,
Order
430-ish,
filled.
and then I'm gonna pop from there. I'm gonna buy it up from there. But then again, it could just drop down.
Order filled.
You never know. Like how it's dropping right now.
That could have been that little fake out on the top and drop, you know?
Yep. It took that low, that high for sure.
No, for sure.
What today? My bias until I'm looking for price to run high today. Like we might not
Stop filled.
run all the way down, but my range. So my range is that we're at the 400, the 500.
Order filled.
Right?
Right.
So if we take a fib and run it from 400 all the way to the 500, the middle they gotta meet up somewhere. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't want to be like freaking just sticking to
Order
my bias,
filled.
bullish and fucking get chopped up today.
Order filled.
But
Stop filled.
what do you think, 90? Damn.
Order filled.
So
Order filled.
I don't know. I'm thinking I'm getting chopped up. That's what
That
I
was in
think.
here?
Order filled.
the zones in there.
Order filled.
But
Order
just like the
filled.
early buyers. Now. Okay, if this candle come back to 445, 425, I'm getting into a buy. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't waiting no more. Pull back, please. Pull back. Locking on. Pull back. Okay, I'm getting to a buy right now. My stop loss is gonna be below that last 1 minute candle. It's at 409.
I just shorted there at the top at 39s, 439s and a half.
Right there. Hold it.
NQ on the 15 and ES on the 15 kind of like weirded. Two, what is it? 410s. I kind of try my stops a little bit. I think it's kind of pinned here in a sense. Like it seems like it wants to run on either direction, but we're pinning it and we're making a. So far, we're making a lower high potentially. We're still making lower highs and lower lows from yesterday's price action. We have 8 seconds for this 2-minute candle. Damn, this 2-minute candle went all the way up.
Yeah, I'm not entering shit right here. I already lost 600.
Trading a mini?
Yeah.
You lost 6 trading a mini, Smiley?
Yeah.
Or how much were you trading? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost 4 trading a mini right now. So I'm trying to make it all back. We either make it all back or we don't.
Yeah, I'll see you kids. I don't like this over here. I want it to break something.
Yeah, it has to do. The
100
moves
off.
have to be definitive right here. So far on NQ, so was that the open wick? That was the open wick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was was that the open wick? Oh, that was a before the open, like 2 minutes before the open, we wicked that. That was a nasty wick. So that wick on, bless you, that wick on NQ took the highs out, then it went down. On ES, we were already lower on ES. So yeah, I think if we get a break of these highs, then we probably challenge that wick high. Like if we get a break of this cluster that we're in right now in NQ, like the 448s, 450s. If we don't, and we break the lows, while your next low is at the 363s, it's your next area of support. It's having a hard time breaking this right now. Because we are technically at support. That support that we're bouncing off of is Wednesday's high. The moment we break that, well, we can probably start to see some runs. Okay, so that's 409.
Every time it's blocked, it's that close.
All right, I'm trailing this. My stops are my take profit is 334s. Just a little bit before that prior low. My stops, I don't even know if I just drag my stops a little bit lower. I should, just to make the losses back, but I don't want to get tagged and then have it run, you know. That's what sucks about this situation right here. Resistance is at 418s.
Let's go.
This was all just like chop before possibly the next down move.
For real. It is chopping. It's chopping right now.
Probably a move above the 418s again and a hold from here.
Yeah.
It's probably going to take those highs. So I'll have my stops at the 423s.
Stop filled.
Yeah, right there.
Let's go.
Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Stop filled.
It's kind of holding there.
Order filled. Stop filled.
It's kind of making that ramp up towards the highs again.
Order filled.
I'm gonna try.
Stop filled. Order filled.
All right, let me see here.
Stop filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Squeezing it back up.
Order filled. Order filled.
Hey,
That good little pump.
Yep, made that move all the way back up.
What's up, my brother?
What's happening?
That ain't.
So I had that shooting right for like fucking 40 seconds.
Yeah,
So we consider this funded cash.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
Order filled.
Sprint
Now we,
season.
now we waiting to get this live account, bro, and start printing.
Order
Yes, sir.
filled.
Next nigga watch.
Hey, so what? Once I pass that
Border filled.
the live, right, or the
Border
the
filled.
buffer or whatever, that's when I get my pro account, or what? Or when do I get the pro account?
No, you should get it after you.
The live account.
Oh, you have to take some payouts. Then they'll be like,
Border
man, this guy
filled.
is taking payouts.
Okay, I gotta like. Okay. bet.
Yeah. You gotta take some payouts, prove to them that you're consistent, and then they'll go ahead
And give me that fucking account.
and.
Bet.
Isn't it better to have the sim though?
I mean, your entries are better on the sim for sure.
Border filled.
On the what?
On the sim funded.
Hmm. So you said by drawdown on the live, I can't lose more than
Border
750,
filled.
you said?
What was that?
I can't lose more than 750.
On the
No, that's Apex.
yeah, that's probably Apex. No, your intraday. You just have to be careful with your intraday.
Okay.
I'm coming trim.
All right. Well, I shorted the 455s. See if it pays to short that.
This nigga 90s has been trying to pick shorts for like the past 3 days, nigga.
Mm-hmm. I'm like negative $500 right now, and all because I was trying to pick the shorts. The funny thing is too is like I got some good shorts, and I just didn't close them or trail them enough before they reversed
No,
on me.
for real.
From now on, all my trade, I'm gonna break even every time, bro. I ain't taking no loss.
Yeah, that's how I have my shit. I break even right now.
But if once it start running, I'm moving it to break even. If those blow chip off every time, like those $200.50, like if that shit adds up,
Yeah, bro, it does. It really does.
at the end of the day, you're like, damn, I'm down 2,000.
Mm-hmm.
This could have been, if this continues to go down from here, this could have been a high, just a lower high in a smaller time frame. And then if you get a trend line and you draw it from the highs and you connect the bodies, you kind of got close enough to test that trend line as a lower high.
Damn, that's.
So what's the so what's the high that we won? The highest we won yesterday, 550.
The highest we went yesterday was 500s. Wait, was that? No. That wasn't yesterday, right? That was. The highs we get yesterday was for 520, 530s pretty much. 530s.
530. So,
Yep.
so we're like 10. So I will wait for a long short if we pull up to the I feel like we're gonna pull up to the 450s around that time. And then if we pull up to the 450 and start acting funny through there.
We already
Right.
pulled up to the 450s.
We did?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where I shorted. I shorted the 450s.
Oh shit.
I shorted 455, which is almost the top, the tippity top. So now I'm seeing if this can hold as a higher low, I mean a lower high, we can probably go to the last, I would say like the 480s. I mean, sorry, the 380s.
I mean the half of the so 21,500. Wait. I'm tripping right now. My math's off. I feel like we push.
Yeah, we can definitely keep pushing. I mean, there's no question. We can definitely keep pushing, but I'm just still looking. The way I look at NQ right now is, was it yesterday? It was a higher. Yeah, yesterday we made a high, right? That was that, like, fucking high from. We made that high at 530s. Then we came down. And then today overnight we were just messing around overnight. Then today we pumped up high to the 500s, and that created your lower high pretty much. So that's how I'm looking at it. I don't know if that makes sense. Like it's a lower high from yesterday's high. But obviously, I mean, we're still technically uptrending. It's just that we finally got a little pause in the upward trajectory from yesterday's high. And today's of expiration, by the way, or OPEX. Today is OPEX. That's what I'm saying. We got a lot of fuckery here at OPEX. Thank you.
So you buying from the low?
No, I shorted the 455s.
Oh, you say you shorted the 455?
Yeah, because I'm looking at it as a lower high so far. Until we break that lower high, then I'm probably gonna long and potentially hold it to that wick high that we made this morning before the open.
So you think we're gonna go down and take the 400 level out, or?
I mean, just by structure, the way it looks like, yeah, potentially. But we're still holding higher lows too in the smaller time frames. Like I just got stopped out in profit, just slight profit.
Yeah.
So
liquidity. The damn, yeah, you right, bro. Like, cause it's in, they're perfectly the same range to the liquidity on top and then on the bottom. Because London's low is at 370. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
And New York's high is at 500. So I don't know where. You know how you be putting your little. You need to put your little magnet on, bro. They can start pulling the price somewhere.
Just pull it somewhere.
But I feel like we gonna see. I didn't know that it was at 450 because that's 50 points. That's half of the 100 from the 400 level to the 500 level is 50. 450. So it's at the half mark right now. Like that's the 50%.
Order filled.
See that wick that took me out? It wicked it and it closed like a 2-minute trap, right? So I entered again right at the 443s, and now my profit's at the 441s just as a break even. And if the trade works out, it is a lower high, and we could potentially go
At least for right
to.
now.
Let me see here. 17s. Let me see here.
You know what? Fuck it. This is my last trade. I'm shorting.
Well, you have to be tactical when you enter the short.
We're being fucking we're being degenerates right now.
We could at least go to the 3. We could take those lows out, to be honest, man. We could potentially take those lows out.
Yeah. 370 is that London is low.
No, I should drag that a little bit lower now. We're still making a higher low. We are still technically at a higher low. Now the question is, when you look at your 2-minute time frame or your 1-minute time frame on NQ, does it look like a bear flag to you if you put an uptrend from the bottom to the top? It looks like a bear flag to me with the trap at the making a higher high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we can hit to the 3. I mean, your next line is 370s. Then if we break that low, you're looking at the next low, which is roughly at 350s. We break that, then you could target the overnight low that we did. Is this the overnight low yesterday? No, it's not. The overnight, the noon low from yesterday. We can target the 305s, 300s pretty much. We shouldn't get another pop-up from these levels. If we do get a pop-up from these levels, I think we're probably going to continue to pop higher if that's the case. I think if it holds this low, I think we go higher and we probably target the wick high, but we're kind of piercing that level. We shouldn't see... I wouldn't want to see this go back above 419s from this point. So my stop is going to be at 422s now, just so I can lock in some profit. 420s. Just so I can make some back at least, you know?
It's get high.
Yeah, that's what it does. It traps. It traps, and then it makes the move. Trap, and it makes the move. And if you look at it as well, if you look at ES and you have a 9 EMA, look at ES. Or wait, no, is it ES? No, look at NQ on the 9 EMA. Go to the 30-minute time frame, and you see that the recent high that we had was just a wick above the 9 EMA to make a lower high and then the move down. It would have been easier just to remove that 9 EMA and just look at the trap there. We're at that gap fill level, so it's support until it isn't. We'll see if it tends to. If it can't hold here, it shouldn't hold here in my opinion, but you never know with price, man. Price can do whatever it wants. Look, it's holding now. It's popping up. And I don't think it should pop up in my opinion. Because the last test that we tested there, it took us to a brand new 2-minute, 5-minute higher high, and it trapped us just to move it back down to where we're currently at. So they should just continue to drop. I'm saying that selfishly, so I could make today's 50% and then be done with it. Where do I go here?
I'm going to the bathroom real quick.
All right. These are the type of moves that I can't wait till I fucking, once I pass these and I get the pros. I'm doing 6 micros or 6 minis, and I'm gonna trail them tightly after a 2-minute close or whatever, because I would have been up nicely now at this point. There you go. Now we finally broke the lows. Here, this is the telling part. We should technically continue to start to waterfall here. No more stalls, no more nothing. So I'm gonna move my stop just a little bit lower now. 409s. Shouldn't come back up there again if we are bearish. Shouldn't backtest that level again, but we'll secure a little bit more just because I had that big loss. The pros here, the pro accounts. 6. So I can do 6 minis. Which at this point would have been 443s to pretty much 443s. We're up how many points right now? The 443s. We would be up roughly about 67 points. That would be right now with 6 munis V. You're looking at 8K with 6 munis right now. 8K with 6 munis right now. All right, I'll be right back. Wait, don't jump out.
Hello?
All right, boys, how's your guys' trades looking? Smiley? You guys in anything right now?
No,
All right.
not right now.
It's a lot of weakness here. We should just continue to drop down. I'm looking at least a sweep of these two lows that we made at wait a minute. If I do this and drag this out, where are we at right now? Yeah, we're breaking that. So if you have a trend line and you drive from yesterday's 6:22 p.m. lows and then you attach it to the 11:56 p.m. lows from last night, you'll see that we're right at that level. We pierced it below, but we're right at that level. Let's see if we continue to hold these shorts and go to that 342s at least. It is, like I said, it is OPEX. So, and it looks like distribution to me. I was wrong yesterday in the way it was gonna look, but nevertheless, it still looks like distribution.
Look like a dump, no?
Is it? Nice, let's go. Make that move. Almost hitting my TP. You're close to it. Come on.
Let's get it.
Did you hear me though earlier, V?
No,
I'm
sorry,
like,
I was in the gas.
I'm like with 6 minis off the short where I just shorted. That's 8K, and that was 8K when the price was like at 394 or something like that.
Oh shit! 6 minis?
6 with 6 minis.
Damn, good one.
What type of moves?
Hell yeah!
But I think what I'm gonna end up doing with the pros, I'm gonna do 1, just get myself above that buffer. Then we're gonna do 6.
Just max it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 6 after. If I can get to at least 3K, so I'm $1,000 above the buffer, we'll do 6 minis, and I'm gonna be really tactical in my positioning. If we get close, if I'm in profit with six minis, stops to break even, I'm gonna have unlimited tries if I move my stops to break even.
Yep, you had to. It's that's the key of it. It's the break even. Like,
Yep.
I ain't waiting for that shit to come and take me out, cause 6 minis. That's if it whipped down. That's like that could be like $500. You know?
Yep.
1,000.
Exactly. My stops were at 410s. Now that I moved them to 390s.
Let's get it.
Come on, hit that 342s for me, and then we're done for the day. I know I wants to. I should leave my stops though at 409s.
Oh shit! It took the highs, the lows already, huh?
Yeah, I took the lows out.
Be careful right there.
We broke that
Oh, you already
downward trend line. Yeah, we broke that downward trend line now. It should continue to waterfall. This is that distribution. So that Wyckoff pattern I sent you today, yesterday was your high. Today was your lower high. And ES actually did the inverse. You know how NQ was actually making higher highs and ES wasn't since yesterday?
Yeah.
Well, yesterday, ES made the high, and then today made a higher high. So ES made the higher high today, NQ made a lower high, and that's your divergence right there. And that's your distribution. Let's go. Come on, we're only 13 points away from hitting that TP. Come on. Right at those lows, too. Tag it. 379s. Waterfall for me. Waterfall. Pass these tests in 2 days. Let's go.
Let's get it. How many points you need left?
If it hits 342s, I passed today. I passed the test. All right, we're getting closer. Next target is 3041. So it's kind of bouncing to there. Don't do that to me. Just go ahead and tag it.
Right. Just keep tighten up your
My stops, huh?
stops. Yep, because it just took out London's low, so most likely it might pull back a little bit.
Yep. That's that low I was targeting too.
I was like, bro, I went to the gas and came back. Price is at 360. What the hell? But I know London low is at 370s from last night. Bro, me and L got stopped out yesterday, right? So 12 o'clock 12 a.m.
Out.
Order filled.
Done. Let's go.
Let's get it.
15.45s. I mean, $45 more. That should be fine though. I think. Let me see. 53.
No, just try to try to take the 45 out because they're gonna stress you over that.
Yeah, they are, huh? That's fine. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but that right there could lead to a whole lot of problems. You know
Look
what
at
I mean?
that. Yeah, exactly. That's gonna continue.
Like
to
I mean, you
waterfall.
can be down. Like you can like lose $50 because you still have to trade 5 days anyways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think tomorrow then whatever I need to make, I'll just do the micros from tomorrow.
Yep.
I mean tomorrow, Monday. But we're
So
done,
you
boys.
hit 3,000.
I hit three. I'm at 3,065.
Let's get it.
So
Oh, you good?
we're good.
Gucci. Let's start printing. Let's go for
Live
that.
streamed it, dude. I was initial trade. I was up like 300-400. Did some bullshit with that sideways action before the news. Bullshit. Lost 200. Made 100 back. Lost another 200. Made 200 back. Then I lost 300. All fucking live stream too. And then I think I was negative 500 on all accounts today. And I just hit that.
But you bounce back.
This one trade is what brought me all the way back. It was like a $2,000 winner, excluding the loss.
The loss and stuff. That's a good win.
2 minute
That's
trap.
a-
2 minute
that's
trap right now on NQ right now. 2 minute trap. It's a nasty 2 minute trap too. It's right below resistance, so it's kind of nullified. But nevertheless, it is a 2 minute trap. 341.
So I'm back to the 150 accounts, right?
Mm-hmm.
90s.
Yeah.
So I'm rotating it back to the 150 accounts because I'm trying to see if I can max it out, like how you were saying. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, but you think is it a smart move to max it right when we get the pros,
No.
or build up the buffer and then max it from there?
Buffer.
Because either way, if you lose 4,500, it's, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, the buffer. Just do the buffer. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. So how many resets do you get? But like say
For
you
the
buy
pro
with the
accounts?
no fees. Yeah, say when you buy the test, talk about the test account. So when you buy the
Mhm.
test account with the no fees, no activation, right? Say if you blow those accounts and you just, you know how they got the reset button on the side
yeah.
for the test account? Like when you reset when you reset the account, instead of paying the full price for it, right? Let's say
Right.
for the 150, if I would have had to restart it again, then I would have been paying about 220. You know what I'm saying? But if I just reset
Order
it, I'm
filled.
only paying 100, right?
Right.
Like, so say when we pass, is the activations fee still in your favor, or
On those pros?
on those pro? No, on the test account.
On the test account?
Order filled.
So with the pros, I think with the pros, dude, it's we're done. Let me close this out.
There's 3 resets. I know that with the pros,
But
but
yeah,
so
talking about
my
the Pro
cousin
Plus.
no, I'm talking about the test, like what we're doing right now. So my cousin bought 50K accounts, right?
Yeah.
I told him get 5. He ended up over trading and blew it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and instead of resetting, so okay, for example, when you blew your accounts, right?
Right.
Did you reset or you went and bought some new one?
If I blew them the same day, I would just reset it because it was cheaper. You get me?
Right.
So for example, if I blew the account the same day, I'll just reset because it's $100. Whereas if you blow them the same day, then you only want to buy a new account when you're getting closer to that monthly subscription. Then you cancel the account and then you buy new accounts that way. I think that's what happened to Al. He purchased a reset, I think, a day prior to his subscription, and they charged him twice. They charged him $100 reset plus the subscription fee.
Subscriptions, okay, right. So my question is this, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you reset your account at your 50K accounts, does that still count as no activation fees, or you still have to pay for the activation?
No, you're good. Because I think when you reset, you
reset
can't.
means
Yeah, you can't put a coupon code anymore. But if you're resetting the account that you initially bought the coupon code for, you're fine.
Okay, got it. Thanks for clearing that up. I got it. Okay.
I took a little loss too to get me back under that $40 mark. And we're Gucci now.
Yeah, just get under, because that shit, man. I done went on that. Mine was like, I had an account with Top Step that I went over $200, right? That $200 stressed me out, bruh. It was a bad day. $200 went, so I have to make back the money, right, from that 200. I think it was like 500 or something, right? That 500 turned into like me blowing my account.
That's that's why they have those type of rules. That's why they have those type of rules, man.
Yeah.
Nice 2-minute candle is printing, by the way. That 2-minute trap.
That's
why I shorted. I shorted to lose money because I'm like, okay, it's a 2-minute trap. This can potentially go up, and yeah, that's why I took that short. I think your level of resistance right here is at the 400s, pretty much that gap fill. Let's see if we can hold it. We can still go up, but if this is going to continue to squeeze past the 400s, this can go to the 420s.
Well, me and L was texting back and forth last night because we got in a trade, right? Through the text. This is London session, 12 a.m. on the dot. Right? Who was buying? Bruh, price came and took us out, and then it ran all the way to the 400.
Beautiful 2-minute trap. Beautiful 2-minute trap. Yeah, just tell that to L too when you talk to him. Just let him know. Be like, hey, don't reset it when you're close to your subscription. Just cancel that. That way you don't pay double the fine. And he did that last time.
But say if you're say if you're 2 weeks like out, like you can. I mean, if you're planning on passing it, you can reset just to save that little, you know what I'm saying, extra $150 or extra $20, you know?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, you don't want to give them a lot of your money. Like, if you can be, that's why I like, even in trading, be tactical when purchasing it too. It doesn't make sense to cancel the current subscription just to buy a new account. Especially when you fail, or you hit your drawdowns. Like, I think a week in, like if you're a week into a new account and you fail it in a week or probably a week and a half, I think it's still worth to hit that reset. Yeah, still worth to hit that reset. Yeah,
because it's a whole month, right?
It's a whole month. I think once you need one more week for you need at least a week until your subscription. Then I think you would cancel that account, cancel the subscription, and then open a new account.
True. For real. That's when they going double wham your ass.
Because what's the difference between not doing that and reset it? Well, it's $20. You buy 5 accounts on the 50Ks. That's $100 extra in their pocket. Or that could be $100 that you're not spending.
And use it for another eval, if anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm really excited about our journey right now. 90s. Like, is it still in play? Trying to break. So what's the largest payout that Take Profit has ever gotten? I mean, shit, we can't try to push too much before they be like, oh man, we're gonna deny you guys.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've seen. Let me see. Let me look it up right here.
Cause I seen Patrick Whelan took out like 27 before.
Right, that's what I sent. Something like that, right? 27 on each account.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had 5 accounts, so yeah, 27. I think that's probably the highest. I don't know what the single highest is. I know for Top Step,
I don't know if it's each account. Don't quote me on that. Not sure if it's each account.
I think they count it by the single, like who has the highest single day withdrawal. I don't know who has the most accumulative withdrawals. You know what I mean? Like I don't know who has the most, who has pulled out the most money with Top
So
Step.
say we hit 10 bands on every account.
Mm-hmm.
You think they gonna pay us or what, man?
Yeah, they paid Patrick Whelan 27. Plus, I know they're gonna pay because
But
their
plus
customer
Patrick
service.
Willing got followers, bruh.
Yeah, that's actually
You know
that
what I'm
does
saying?
help. That does help. Yeah.
They can like, it sucks for well, your YouTube is you got a lot of followers on your YouTube, so shit, if anything, we can use that and just keep pushing the line on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, why is you?
if something happens, you guys send me the evidence. I'll screen record it while you guys are screen sharing or whatever, and I'll put up a compilation and we'll get some views on that.
Yeah, for sure. Cause it's just no, but I think they're not trying to ruin their reputations over, you know,
The
over
owner,
$10,000.
exactly. The owner seems, because he went to Patrick Whelan's trade station, and he seems like he has his head in order and seems like he's doing the right thing. Plus, another thing too is look how slow customer service wasn't that slow when I started TPT. In these past couple of months, it went. You gotta understand. They probably got so many signups, that they're just printing money. Imagine if they have. Let's just throw a number out there. What would you say? Do you think they could at least have 20,000 people buying 50K accounts?
Hell yeah, more than that.
Right.
I think let's say 20,000. Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, just on those, for them purchasing one 50K account, that's 2.4 million. But what if they do the regular, which is 5?
5 exactly.
You're dealing with almost 10 million or 10 million.
Right.
Just off the 20,000
I don't think they're
people.
gonna mess up.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think they're gonna mess up the back. The only way they'll mess up the back if the investments are something like outside or something inside that just kind of deflate everything. You know what I'm saying? To the point where it's like, where the money go, guys?
Yeah, or the owners or CEOs of the business are just splurging and just spending money like crazy. They can't pay out. You know,
spending it exactly. That it's over from there.
But that's why you remove that risk. Like you've gotten payouts from TPT, you gotten payouts from Top Step, you gotten payouts from other prop firms. Just keep on stacking the bread, keep on squeezing, and then just open your own your personal account. That's really the move. Yeah. Now you can trade news, you can trade anything, and you don't have to worry about anything.
So everything I'm stuffing right now, I'm just stuffing towards my live account. So I'll get the payout, boom, stuff it through the live account. Because I really, like, for me to be, like, comfortable and trying to hold it overnight, like, I'm really trying to, like, I want to have my account to 100 bands, like, where I can really, like, start scaling up and doing what I got to do, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Think about it like this, though, V. Let's say you're able to amass in the next month or two $15,000 to $20,000 in payouts, right?
Yeah.
If you can get somewhere close to that, you kind of say, okay, well, $20,000 of payouts, you're probably going to pay about $2K in taxes, $3K in taxes, close to $3K in taxes. All right. So then you say, okay, so I'm in it $17,000.
Right.
$7,000 you pocket, that's for you. $10,000 you put to your personal account, you already have more drawdown than 150K accounts almost in every broker.
Right.
There you go. That's your That's your what is it? Probably a 200K account, 150K account. That's probably the drawdown. And just treat it like if it's a prop firm, just have your rules in place and print, and then 100% of the profit goes to you, obviously.
No, seriously.
Oh shit, Jay passed. I didn't know he passed.
Who?
Let's go. Yeah, he passed.
Yeah, he passed it earlier.
Man, I was expecting a trade today. No, girlfriend's truck won't start. I love it.
Damn.
Damn. So?
It's always something. Got too many cars, I guess. I think it's honestly the
But
corrosion around the battery, though. Negative terminal.
So with Top Step, I done squeeze him out for at least like 17 out of Top Step, right? Because that's Top Step was the one that I was trading this whole time. Like I never traded with nobody else, and and take profit. I'm up right now, like probably like 7, almost a little bit close to 7. A little bit close to 7, and hopefully I get this payout next week. Well, from Apex, like I just gotta keep trading it because I didn't really understand the consistency with 30%. Like whatever I make today, 30% of that is what you're supposed to make tomorrow. Add it up from today and tomorrow, 30%. It's so hard, but I see why they're doing that. It's because they're paying a lot of people with 20 accounts attached. You know what I'm saying?
So wait, so the 30% is based on what you make today.
Yes. Say you've been. So once you get your.
So if you make 100 today, you can only make 30 tomorrow.
You can only make 30 tomorrow. That's it.
But then it resets again.
That's right. What do you mean?
Because if you make 100 today and then you make 30,
it reset. So when you get to like 54,000, 56,000, then they move up to 30%, then you get to like 50% now.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why, like, when you get funded on Apex, your first trade, it has to be a good major trade. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to have like, so you got to snatch up like at least like 1,500 or 2,000 on a good setup. You get 30% in 2,000. You know, hey, tomorrow I get the next day. I got a cent is like kind of up there. I don't know if that makes sense. But I really didn't understand it, like the 30% rule. So I went over trade. I made 2,000, 2,300, but it's good though. It's, as long as they don't like they don't like cancel my account. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm straight. I can make that every day.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, just keep on.
I fucking love you, man.
Keep on squeezing. Just follow the rules. I saw somebody post about rules recently on Twitter. They said the rules are meant for you to fail, but if you can just accept the rules and trade around them, and it helps build an edge for you, and you can just print. Like I said, that guy, Jade Cap, the reason he didn't care necessarily about the consistency rule is because he was going for that 50 plus days of profitability above 300 or something like that. Yeah. And he did it. He did it, and that's why he got that big payout of $2 million or something like that.
Yeah. Wait. I don't understand that. What do you mean by that? The 50 day. What's the 50 days? Like
once you hit the 50 days, there's no consistency, and then you can withdraw how much you want, like the unlimited, whatever you're above the buffer or whatever.
Oh shit! But you have to go.
Yeah, you're kind of cutting off a little bit, V, but yeah, it's 50 days.
Greens every day.
Not every day not every single day. You just have to reach 50 days of green, I think above $300 or something like that, for you to be eligible to withdraw
It's
whatever
not-
and nullify the 30% consistency. What happened? You're kind of lagging out a little bit, V.
Seriously? That's a long 50 days.
Yeah, it is, but yeah, that's what it is.
Oh shit. So that's how you get over the 30%.
That's how you get over the 30%. And that's how you can withdraw. You don't have withdrawal windows anymore, I believe, as well. You can withdraw whenever. Because he talks about the journey.
What you're taking out?
No, there's no max. So it
Yeah.
removes the max, it removes the window, I believe, and it removes your consistency rule. Because he talks about it in one of the videos. I'll find it and I'll link it when he talks about the withdrawal. But he says he initially did a withdrawal, but then they denied him because he goes, and they denied me because I think he was a couple days before the consistency rule, but he did. He either missed the consistency rule or he missed the payout window, so they denied him. And he's like, "That was fine, that's okay. I did miss the rule." And then he kept on I think that's when he said he kept on trading, and then he hit that 50-day green winning days above 250 or 300, whatever it was. And after he did that, that's when he withdrew the 2 mil. People see him. They spotted him driving a Ferrari.
It was over from there.
Man, shit, I'll
$2
buy.
million.
Well, 40 to 50% is going to the IRS. I think he's in Florida, so I think it's probably about 40.
Holy shit!
Because
Why
there's no.
is it such a high percentage on that? Is it because he tried to like pull it out at one time or some shit?
That's just what
Like,
taxes are, man. That's Uncle Sam for you.
once you hit like a higher amount of like whatever the fuck it is, like I guess you call that profit, right?
Yeah, that's Uncle Sam. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to be very well. For me, just to dumb it down, like, this is what I did. Every profit, anything I would make, 50% I would not spend. Sometimes I would be even more conservative and not spend 60% just in case.
Of the profit.
Of the profit, just in case, man.
Mhm.
Just in case. Because
They try to come after you.
they
and
come
shit,
after
man.
you if you don't got the funds anymore. You're like, I told this story here, but I don't know if you were in the chat. I got a buddy. This was back in 2016, 2015, 2016. We were in the chat. You know, a lot of these people just, they went MIA. Their Twitters just blew up and they became really big influencers. But
Wow.
one of the dudes, I'm not gonna say his name because he's not that big, but who cares? I'm not gonna say his name. He made a lot of money in crypto. We were simply dipping into crypto, and
Okay.
you know, I didn't make nearly as much. He made millions. He made like a good 5 mil or something like that. And I was like, "What? You never told me?" And this is your wallet? He goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "That's not your wallet." I'm like, "Send me $5 from your Bitcoin wallet or your Ripple." I forgot what he had. He sent me
So you can see
$5
the
so I
checking
can see his wallet if he's. And yep. I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, he bought SVJ, and at the time, SVJ, I think was a mil. This was during the top.
the fucking
A Lambo.
Yeah.
So it was a mil, I think. 2017. This is toward 2017, because we were in these chats together since 2015. And he bought that Lambo. He was, well deserved, right? But he had this misconception or this thought that he was always going to continue to print. Because remember, at that time, we were just early. It's not like we were smart. That's the difference. You got to understand. Like, I knew, I'm like, okay, I think I have a pretty good IQ, but I know I got in early. That's the only thing I did. Doesn't mean I'm.
He got lucky.
Yeah, I kind of accepted the fact that I did get lucky as well. Because as far as being technical, being able to trade, like at that time, I wasn't really a decent trader at all, actually. Anyways, he assumed that he was going to continue to make money, right? And obviously, the bear market happened. He had to liquidate some of his coins. He ended up, he thought he was going to be able to continue to trade and continue to profit the way we were profiting.
The whole lifestyle, yeah.
Exactly.
He thought of SVJ. He thought he was gonna have SVJ money for the rest of his life.
Exactly. So he ended up. So what ended up happening? He lost he lost the majority of his capital trading, and then when the following year comes, well, the IRS wants their money, and he owed the IRS, I think at that time, like $2 million, and he had none of it, none.
Oh my god. Yeah,
God
that's how they get
damn.
you.
So they possessed the SVJ, and I don't know if
That's yeah. You could own it all you want, pay cash all you want, but if you don't pay your taxes, they're gonna come and get that shit.
Mhm.
That's why people put shit in other people's names, and because they don't know any better, and they're worried, or they feel like they're gonna be a target. And like honestly, fucking, they can say whatever they want and do whatever they want, unless you fucking follow the rules.
Yeah.
It's their shit.
So that's why when it comes to IRS, just don't fuck with them. Like I get it. I don't like the fact that they can tax, because to me, taxing people is un-American. I know people like to say, well, it's for the government so it can help fund the government. Well, we have the biggest government in the world, and they pretty much are in control of what we do. So I don't like that aspect.
They don't need our money when they're profiting on their trades. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And this old bullshit narrative that it's for the roads and shit like that, no. The Constitution and taxes in general, from what I read, taxes weren't a thing until the World War I believe, where men went to go fight, and so in order to kind of fund the war, they said, hey, that's why there's a saying, there is nothing more permanent than a temporary government solution, because they said, hey, we're gonna tax you guys, this is only temporary. Well, look what happened. Not only do we get,
well, anytime they say that, you just know.
You know already, yeah. Just history helps you. But yeah, now you get taxed on everything, bro. Sales tax. You can't even own your property outright. You have to pay property tax. If you pay out your house and you don't pay property tax for a couple years, they can seize your house.
I was watching this guy trade stocks yesterday, and he was like, somebody in the chat was like, "Oh, can you give me your Porsche, bro?" And he's like, and he was really humble, like he had your vibe. I said, like, all your guys, but everybody in this chat, like, just kind of like, he was like, man, if I could give you the Porsche for legally, I would. And it's like, yeah, you can't even gift shit without getting a tax.
You
bro.
get taxed. You get taxed, bro. On everything you get
Or
taxed.
after a certain amount, it doesn't qualify as a gift. I think Devin yesterday said like 100K, which sounds somewhere around the ballpark, 20K somewhere.
You get taxed for everything, and it's absurd, man. It shouldn't be that way.
That's why I got my buddy up the streets.
That's why people move away from California, because I mean, you get taxes everywhere, but certain states is like the state and federal is like a little bit lower. California is like,
you take a pay
I
cut
just have to avoid
the world.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why
I like the number. I know that I pay more in taxes and this gas and this and that, and I got to deal with all the politics out here. But if I go back to Florida, I'm gonna be making half as much, and it's just gonna change.
Yeah, I would rather live in Florida. That's actually an area I'm looking at moving to, just because there's no state tax.
If you want some help looking for,
I'd rather live in Florida.
What do you think is a good area? You think?
I was born and raised in Florida, in Orlando, right, Central Florida. So it was like the tourist capital. And then as I got older, I moved out to like more country areas. So like I'm pretty fluent on like, and there's like cheap properties right now. This place called Ocala. It's all national forest, bro. And there's like a couple developed areas where there's like a lot of car dealerships. Okay, and then it's just fucking properties out there, super cheap, like 2005 market, bro. Maybe not a house on the property, but the same amount of land. Like, yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, and you're not far from anything.
Where's a spot where the hurricanes least hit?
I would just say stay away from the coast, bro. Just stay away from the coast. I mean, maybe Miami. I feel like Miami's all beach, bro. But like, yeah.
But it's funny, Miami really. When's the last time Miami had a bad hurricane?
That's what I'm saying. I've never lived in Miami, and I stayed. I went out there for the strip clubs. That's it. But it's expensive out there as fuck, bro. You don't want to live in Miami. One time I drove in Miami, it was like I missed my exit, and it was like an hour till the next one, bro, to be able to get where I was going. It was fucking awful, and it's expensive.
So you say if we go to visit, go to Central Florida?
I mean, no, I'm not saying just if you're gonna go visit, yes, go to Central, like Orlando. Go see all the fucking tour. They got all kinds of shit, bro. Like just anything you could possibly think of, they got it. They got shows. They got fucking concerts out there, crazy. Like there's or you got the Orlando Magic lives there. I don't know. It's just really popping, bro. It's like the tourist capital of the world, the fucking world.
You know what I
Okay?
also heard
Like
was
my mom works at a
pretty nice
restaurant.
though. Is
Huh?
Tampa pretty
You
dope?
said a world?
The world. My mom opened a restaurant that does the most sales for food in the fucking world. The fucking Rainforest Cafe. Like, my parents did food. They weren't anything big. That's all I'm saying. But like, yeah, it's the tourist capital of the world. Everybody goes there. There's money out there for sure. There's rich parts of the town, you know, like every other place got, but there's some fucking ballers out there. Shaquille O'Neal lives out there.
Bro, there's a house. I'm on Zillow right now. If you're looking at my live stream, there's a
Okay, let me
house
check it
that's
out.
7 bedrooms, 7 bath, for less
you're
than
not
$1 million.
Are you on YouTube live?
How much?
Less than $1 million. 7 bedrooms.
Yeah.
4,600 square feet.
What city?
Orlando.
Yeah, bro.
It was just price cut at
Orlando's
$55,000 on the 30th of April.
What's the zip code though?
The zip code is 32828.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool area code. You're in a good part of town, right? Obviously, it's $1 million house, so you're in that part of town. But like, you could have $1 million house, and then across the street's the fucking hood, bro. Like, that's just how it goes.
What's a good zip code?
Yeah, the 32827 fucking where my mom stays. I think it's
32827.
like Winter Garden's super fucking nice, bro. Fucking Claremont, Ocala, Winter Haven. What else, bro? There's Ocoee is like it's hit or miss, but you can catch a really nice property out there. Like my grandpa's got like the nicest house in his whole neighborhood, and it's like a pretty rich part of town. And he just made it look nice with the landscaping, but
There's a 700K house, 32827, Obelia Lane, Orlando, Florida. It's 700K, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's small. It's a little over 2,000 square feet. That's kind of decent for Florida.
so like honestly, when I left Florida during COVID, the housing market was getting really bad to where it was cheaper to own a house than it was to rent. If that makes sense.
But everything,
you know what I mean?
everything
Like,
after COVID, everything really popped higher. Every state was going crazy after that with prices.
yeah, they did a fake eviction notice on my door because I was just living with some roommates, and that was like the common thing. If they had like rentals, they would just put a fake eviction notice on the door. If you didn't know any better, like you didn't know the laws and shit, and you packed your shit up, they would just turn around and sell the house because they didn't want anything to do with, because all these people weren't paying their rent and shit, and it was a fucking mess. That's why I came out here. That really pushed me to come out here. That fake eviction notice. People
Who'd
saw
you-
it on Instagram and
Who'd you
fucking-
move out here with? You just came by yourself?
Myself, bro. Yeah, I just did Instagram and fucking everybody saw that eviction notice live. I was going live fucking 40 hours a week. And I fucking pulled that shit off my door. Like, look, they fucking put this shit here. We just got done. It was like the day after we paid our rent, bro. Like, they had been hitting us with like bullshit fees. They didn't fix our air conditioning when it went out. All this shit leading up to COVID. And then COVID hit, and then they put the fake eviction notice on our door. My roommates already tried to leave once, got scammed at a new place. Like somebody did a housing scam. I can tell you more about that. But they ended up having to come back and fucking, yeah, when that happened, they just pieced out and went and stayed with her mom. Because it was my homeboy and they started dating, and yeah, they went and stayed with her mom and figured some other shit out. But I just went and fucking stayed in that house until my weed plants were done, cut them down, sold everything, fucking stayed in a hotel, stayed with my godmother in North Carolina, and then flew out to fucking Cali, all off Instagram money. Fucking.
You ended up getting your own like little apartment in Cali?
No, I went and moved out to this guy's farm out here. He lives like a mile up the road, bro. And he had like 100 trees, bro, 15-foot trees. fucking dude, we were harvesting like hundreds of pounds, and fucking, I just kept doing
Oh,
my
you
weed shit,
you
bro.
reached out to him and he's like, yeah, come over here. I can just work for me.
I
And
had a couple people all over the country, like 2 or 3 that maybe like 3 that seemed like really for sure, and then everybody else was just like, "Oh, I wish you got a couch here, bro." And I was like, "I'm not down and out. I'm trying to make something happen, whatever." Blah blah blah. Some shit happened. I got tied in with a breeder, like a seed breeder, one of the biggest ones, doing shit like on social media at the time. Everybody wanted to grow his shit. It was really hard to get. It was expensive, and he plugged me in. Fucking, I told him my situation. I had an order for like $500 for like 10 packs of seeds. And then he fucking opened the package and doubled the package and fucking put me on my feet. And fucking, I flew out to Cali and yeah, just fucking, here I am with a fucking kid or 2 kids. I got my stepdad. Fucking.
so when did you move to Cali? It was recently,
It was
right?
like
2
in the
years
middle
ago?
of COVID, bro. Like,
Oh, 2020?
2021, I want to say. Because I stayed there for a little bit and did like an essential job and shit.
So you have enough time in Cali. What do you prefer as far as living? Let's say you have the money. Where would you prefer? Cali or Florida?
More money equals more woods. More further in the woods.
Well, right, like that's right. So like the place
Fucking
where I
Zoe
moved
pops out of
is
nowhere.
in the middle of nowhere, bro. I'm just like Zoe right now. I'm in the middle of nowhere, bro. Like this place has a small population, like 1,400 or 1,500 people or some shit like that. Like something stupid. Like if I had the money though, like I've been all the way to LA and shit, I wouldn't want to live in any of those areas, even with all the money in the world. I would definitely choose Florida over that. And plus, they just became an open carry state. You know, they're doing like more Texas type shit.
You want to know why?
Cali type
Exactly.
shit.
That's one of the reasons. You
And
want to know what the
it
other reason
felt
is, though?
more like Texas when I left, and it was weird.
Look,
Go ahead.
here's another reason. Governor, what's the governor's name? What's the governor's name?
You already know. I didn't know who the vice president was when you guys said it. I stopped fucking politics, bro. When
Florida's governor?
COVID hit, I stopped watching politics.
He was
like,
talking shit about Andrew Tate when Andrew Tate went to go visit Miami or something like that, saying he's not welcome in Miami or something like that, or in Florida. Well, anyways,
Oh, Ron DeSantis.
Ron DeSantis, there you go.
Yeah, he was the since 2019. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
look, he has an idea, and this is why, if he implements this in Florida, obviously there should be some shockwaves throughout the country, but I don't think it's going to be all the states. But if he can implement this, he was talking about it recently. He goes, when you go to Walmart and you buy a TV, you buy the TV once, you pay your sales tax once, and that's your TV. You don't pay no more property tax on it. We need to change that here in Florida, where when you buy a house, you pay the sales tax when you buy the house, and once you're done paying it off, it's yours. No more property tax. I'm thinking like, yes, finally.
It usually is, yeah, once you pay out the whole house every year, the taxes change, and it's a fucking
Exactly.
rate and all that. It's for
Mhm.
life. It's like, what are you paying a fucking goddamn tax
And he
on?
wants to take that out. He wants to remove it, and that's where Florida to me becomes a giant gold mine, because now you're going to
Well, everybody's
incentivize
gonna
the
wanna
best
move
of the
there,
best
yeah.
people to move to Florida. And when you do that, and there's people that are moving into Florida, and they got money, the economy just, everybody starts to benefit. Even the lower class, they all start to benefit because the money flowing in.
No, yeah, I can attest to that. Like when Florida's popping and everybody's doing pretty well, it's like it all trickles down. We don't have a lot of homeless people. That's another thing I can say about Florida. There was not a lot of homeless people. I feel like they really targeted the mental health issues with people and like pushed it even in the schools and stuff, bro. Like hard, because there was a lot of partiers in Florida. Like it's just a party capital, and people would just turn to drugs or fucking you name it. So I feel like there's just not like there's like certain places you could go. You go to OBT, Orange Blossom Trail, where you can go get you a hooker that she's over there fucking hunched over fucking on some fucking whatever that shit is, bro. Some needle drugs. I don't know. Fucking.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But it's not like LA where it's like they got fucking mansions on the side of the highway, bro. Like what the fuck are you guys got going on over here, bro? Fix the damn shit, bro. But they're over here funding these people. They'll fucking these motherfuckers are like, bro, if you can just give me $10, bro, my fucking social security. I'm like, you get social security, bitch. How much you get? And he's like $2,400 a month. I'm like, bro, you make more than me for doing nothing because I gotta work for this shit. Like, and you're doing nothing right now. Like, it's crazy to me, bro. But anyways, yeah.
Florida is nice, bro. I'm looking at Tampa right now, just at houses, and it's just the idea of being close to water is what I like.
Bro, you're 45. Bro, you're like 45 minutes from a beach each direction, depending on where you live. You know, like where I was, like 45 minutes from like 2 different beaches. There's like you got Clearwater Beach, you got Cocoa Beach, you got Daytona Beach. That's where I was living when I left. I was in Deltona, so it was like fucking 30 minutes from Daytona. And everything is just right next to like there was like a town in between me and Orlando. So if you go one direction, it's one town between me and Orlando, and then if you go the other direction, it's fucking Daytona. And it's like that everywhere, bro, depending on where you find a spot. And that's where I'm trying to go live. Honestly, I'm trying to go move out there, but then like I said, my credit just dropped like down to the 400s and shit, bro.
Did you recently take out a loan one?
No, I got the fat ass car loan, and I've been paying on it consistently for a year. Everything's been great, and then all of a sudden our job just fucking stopped getting contracts. They lost a bunch of contracts, and just like your buddy with the fucking the Ferrari or whatever, I was making $65K a year, and I haven't even cleared 10 this year already. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's.
You know, I'm not even gonna touch that this year. There's no chance. They haven't been doing this year. They didn't do any overtime. Devin will tell you, we were fucking bringing holiday pay, overtime, double overtime. Every one of our checks never had base pay on it, bro. It was always some fucking hella extra money. And now it's like, bro, they had a schedule one day. You hear Devin? No days a week or 1 day a week, bro. It's like, yeah. So that's
is that why he was trying to get his contract, right, or something like that?
Yeah, they've been talking about like, oh, if you can get a contract, they sent us this piece of paper talking about, oh, sign this paper, and it's like basically like the agreement. If you get a contract, they'll give you like this percentage, or you could take the payout up front, whatever the fuck. And I'm like, that just doesn't seem incentivizing to me, because all I'm doing is busting my ass for you guys. There's no company cars, no gas card, there's no per diem. You just want me to rag my car out some more, bro. I already got 3 hours to fucking work and then sleep in my car and shit, bro. I'll be doing the most. I'm just trying to gain company loyalty. At the end of the day, when I leave this job, I got like 3 years on my resume of a security company, and I'll just take it somewhere else. That's all I'm trying to use it for.
Nice.
Focus my energy on something else. It was great money when it was, but you know, no telling right now. Fucking.
All good things come to an end, buddy. You gotta stay.
Yeah, it's always good to have. Everybody is just exactly like what I told you with the buddy I knew. Like, you got a Lambo. As soon as he tasted the meals, and it's like, learn how to.
Nope.
It's a saying. I saw this saying, bro, and and aside from a YouTube short, I think, and it was this dude that goes around asking, "Hey, I have the biggest YouTube channel, blah blah blah. I'm asking millionaires or billionaires for advice." It's that kid, and he goes up to somebody, and that dude gives he goes, stay small enough, long enough, so you can get big. I don't know, some blues, but
No, I know exactly.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
I know you're.
he was hitting him with all them quotes. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I guess I can pick up what you're getting at, like basically just live simple and fucking that way when you have all the fucking money, you're still on that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he pretty much says, I was forced to buy a Rolls Royce or whatever car he was driving. That's why I walked up to him, because I had millions in the bank.
Yeah.
And then I did it. Stay small enough, long enough in order for you to become profitable and big
And I
enough.
won't
Something
lie,
like that.
there's only one reason why me and my girl got a fucking supercar. It's because we kind of sat back and thought, you know, we see all these old people getting out of supercars and they just look like they're miserable. So I'm like, I'd rather enjoy it when I'm young. When I'm older, just fucking do whatever. I've already enjoyed that life.
That's another thing, bro. I had a whole closet full of like, when my girl's parents passed away, we had like a little chunk of money, and we bought a fuck ton of collectibles, bro. And you know, after my motorcycle accident, I have that every now and then. I get that fucking hair up my ass, or I'm just like, bro, I could have died that day. Fuck everything. I'm gonna rip my cards up and see what I get. Fucking gamble, like fucking, because you could die at any point. Life's not guaranteed. But anyways, yeah. Definitely.
What do you do for a living out here in
I've
Houston,
definitely been
Texas?
living simple long enough.
How
When
long
I
have you
get
been a
there,
business owner for?
the serious days is not gonna be on some
When I go all over the country, just
Dumb
asking
shit.
business owners the
As
best
he
advice
does right
to
now, bro, I
entrepreneurs.
don't
Just a
think.
couple fast, a couple quick questions.
And then you had an iPhone 6.
What was the most amount of money that you ever made in a single
You said what?
2020,
That's still not
16
hard to put a safe
What's
job
the
that
best
we
financial
use.
advice you ever got from a mentor?
Before I
Stay
quit with that
small
fire or whatever,
enough, long enough, you'll be big enough
fucking,
sooner.
I drove a billionaire, a legit billionaire. You can look him up online. This nigga had an iPhone 6.
Yeah, I believe it.
So you gotta think about, just think about that.
No, yeah.
Big enough sooner.
Like, bro, like, what is it? One of the richest people in the world. He drives like a fucking Honda. I mean, at least that's how he
expenses low
portrays
whenever
himself to
money is
be. I
high.
don't know
Don't
why
be-
else he would
he
do
does
that.
actually
more.
get the coloring and
Yeah,
all the jewelry
and
and
like,
everything like that. I was making $30,000
yeah,
a
be
month
humble.
with about
It's a
$3,000
real
or
thing, bro.
$4,000 overhead.
You
It
can get
wasn't
humbled
until I
by
had
life
millions
real
saved
quick
where
just
I
as
was
fast
Well,
as
you gotta
that
think,
will
from
take
you
you
gotta,
from
you gotta
Kia
think. A lot of
Optima
people
to
don't
a
understand
Maserati in that same
financials
year.
and how
That's when I
stuff
bought
works
this
about
cash.
liabilities.
They don't teach. They don't
Ever been
teach
broke?
financial
Oh yeah, we donated plasma for plasma.
responsibility or any you
Well, they
know
start doing
anything
it
in
now,
school.
but they don't. They
Like,
just
we were
start doing
donating
it.
plasma,
They
and
go.
she said, not with her face, but with her, well, not with her words, but with her face. She said that if I had the opportunity to do it all over again, I would.
Financial
not. I didn't
literacy,
sign
that's
up
the
for this.
phrase I was
And I
looking
read
for. They don't
into
teach that in
so
school.
it turned me up.
From
You
your
know?
perspective, what keeps people broke?
No, they don't want to
in
teach you in
today's
school because
world?
remember, school is not meant to
Watching
be
people live their
financially
life
free, bro.
versus getting it out for
School is
themselves.
meant.
What was the
You gotta
deepest
remember,
life quote
one.
that you've ever heard?
I'll see you at the
Our
top because the
They're
bottom is too
basically
crowded.
grooming you to
We'll never
go
look down
sit
on
in
anybody
debt
that's
for the
willing
rest
to
of your
have a
life
love
in
for. More
college.
importantly, understand this:
No,
believing
not
that
even
you
that.
can
Our
is
school
way more
system is
profitable
based
than believing
upon
that you can't.
things and being an industrial worker. You don't go to school to learn. You go to school to learn how to be taught how to follow directions. You understand that, right? They're training your body, they're training your mind systematically. So when you go to school every morning from 8 to 3 o'clock, they're letting your body know, hey, listen, we have to be up
Yeah,
around
fuck that shit, bro.
I found that quote. I linked it in the chat. But all right, guys, I am done for the day. It's Friday. It's good talking to you guys.
All right, my guy, have a good one.
I'm gonna call it a day.
You leaving, 90?
I'm leaving, man. I'm gonna go on a walk and then.
I was about to say, go have a good walk, run. Have a good day.
All right, y'all take it easy. We'll see you on
Oh,
Monday.
my God.
Yeah.
You too, my
Peace.
man.